Virtual reality holds a key to the evolution of the human mind.
Do this, man.
Maybe I do.
Talk about how virtual reality, you see him doing it right now, is helping to fill that gap. Don't hurt yourself, Yanni. Good morning.
Has taken off in self-isolation. People are looking at ways to escape the issues and concerns and just kind of go into a new world. And
reality
We have no idea what he's going to do.
is all in your mind.
That the consumer is ready for augmented reality. It blurs your reality with the digital world.
Virtual reality is a major component of this future utopia that the elite is creating. They have been preparing you for this reality for a long time now. The first known mention of a concept of virtual reality was in the 1950s by a man by the name of Morton Hingling. He spoke of the experience theater that could encompass all the senses in an effective manner, thus drawing the viewer into the on-screen activity. He built a prototype of his vision dubbed the Sensorama in 1962, along with 5 short films to be displayed in it while engaging multiple senses: sight, sound, smell, and touch. Also developed what was referred to as the Telesphere Mask, patented in 1960. The patent application described the device as a telescopic television apparatus for individual use. The spectator is given a complete sensation of reality, including moving 3-dimensional images, which may be in color with 100% peripheral vision, binaural sounds, scents, and air breezes. In 1968, Ivan Shutterland, with the help of his students, created what was widely considered to be the first head-mounted display system for use in immersive simulation application. It was primitive both in the terms of user interface and visual realism, and the HMD to be worn by the user was so heavy that it had to be suspended from the ceiling. But as time progressed, virtual reality technology has become greatly improved, so much so that as of 2021, you could spend 24 hours in virtual reality and have an issue leaving that realm. But how did we get here?
American director Derek Westerman has spent 25 hours in virtual reality.
I wanted to see what it was going to be like for people in the future who spent huge durations, and I didn't know quite what to expect.
Holy I'm essentially in space right now, and in front of me there's a paintbrush, and I can draw anything I want with it.
Derek admits that the first 2 hours were interesting. He was exploring the virtual world. After 5 hours, he got bored, and then he felt like he was losing his connection with the reality.
Oh, I feel sick. Someone has, give me the bucket. I don't know where I'm at. All right, I'm freaking out a little bit. Okay.
2 hours before the experiment ended, Westerman had started to mumble incomprehensibly. The following 24 hours, he tried to keep it real.
For me, it wasn't like coming home or anything. It felt like a comparable reality. Both were fine with me. So I can see in the future people getting accustomed to virtual spaces and viewing them as homes versus like a copy of the real thing.
Of technology and its progression, TV and media, and the development of technology addiction, VR has become a non-stoppable force. With the rise of COVID and the stay-at-home orders, the world of virtual reality has become extremely popular as it gives people a way to escape their real lives and immerse themselves in a reality that they can control. But I asked you, and I want you to choose, is virtual reality a good or is it a bad thing?
Unbelievable how VR has taken off in self-isolation. People are looking at ways to escape the issues and concerns and just kind of go into a new world. And that's why they're turning to these VR headsets. You guys, these are selling out everywhere. And there's a couple of reasons. One is the cool things you can do. Number two is the price has come way down. They're more affordable. They're actually cheaper than smartphones now. Question, Can you work out from home using virtual reality? I've seen this trend online. I want to try it out, and I got to show this to you guys. There's a program called Supernatural to the test, and that's what I was doing as you were introducing me this morning.
That's cool.
This is really cool. Bring up the video so you can see this.
Yeah.
You have basically 2 virtual bats in your hands, okay? And these orbs start flying towards you. You swing the bats in the direction of the arrow on the orbs. This gets your heart rate going like you wouldn't believe. There's also crouches that you have to do and lunges. There are triangles that come flying towards you and you have to, crouch underneath them. Okay.
How did we get here, one might ask? I believe in order to know that, one must first understand all the components of virtual reality in today's society. As previously shown, virtual reality is all about experiencing a world that you create. I believe that technology addiction is a key component on the rise of this virtual reality. Technology addiction is an impulse control disorder that involves the obsessive use of mobile devices, the internet, and video games, despite the negative consequences that it has on the user of that technology. Many use technology as an escape mechanism to avoid unpleasant life situations and also boredom. Technology addiction is a massive tool used by the powers that be to migrate our world to a virtual world. It has been exposed by the president of user growth at Facebook, Chapman Pahapatia, to an audience of Stanford students that he, by design, created a way to become addicted to your phone. He was responding to a question about his involvement in exploiting consumer behavior. He stated, and I quote, "The short-term dopamine-driven feedback loops that we have created are destroying how society works," he explained. He highlighted something that most of us know, but few of us really appreciate, that cell phones and social media platforms, with their support, they are turning us into bona fide addicts. While it is easy to dismiss this claim as hyperbole, platforms like Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram leverage the very same neural circuitry used by slot machines and cocaine to keep us using their products as much as possible. Your addiction to social media and technology in general was created on purpose to ensure that you have a dependency on your device. Some might think that the purpose of social media is to connect you with family and friends, but the truth is, there is a sinister plan behind the scenes to encourage you to migrate your life to a virtual world.
Something bad could happen, but I think the way we defined it was not like this. It literally is a point now where I think we have created tools that are ripping apart the social fabric of how society works. That is truly where we are. That beast will destroy you. If you push back on it, we have a chance to control it and rein it in. And it is a point in time where people need to hard break from some of these tools and the things that you rely on. The short-term dopamine-driven feedback loops that we have created are destroying how society works. We're in a really bad state of affairs right now, in my opinion. It is eroding the core foundations of how people behave by and between each other. Now manipulate large swaths of people to do anything you want. It's a really, really bad state of affairs. And we compound the problem, right? We curate our lives around this perceived sense of perfection because we get rewarded in these short-term signals, hearts, likes, thumbs up, and we conflate that with value and we conflate it with truth. And instead what it really is fake, brittle popularity that's short-term and that leaves you even more, and admit it, vacant and empty before you get it. Because then it forces you into this vicious cycle where you're like, what's the next thing I need to do now? Because I need it back. It's really, really bad. Your behaviors, you don't realize it, but you are being programmed.
Been prepared for this migration by TV shows like Black Mirror on Netflix, movies like Ready Player One, The Matrix, and 13 Floors, just to name a few.
Nowhere except the oasis. A whole virtual universe. People come to it's the only place that feels like I mean anything. The oasis.
created a portal to a simulated universe. Now, after 6 years of testing, they are about to cross the boundaries of reality.
So the whole thing's what, a giant computer game?
Nothing so mundane, man. When my mind is jacked in and I'm walking around experiencing 1937, my body stays here and kind of holds the consciousness of the program link unit.
They thought they could maintain control.
You can't just keep plugging your brain into this machine and not expect to be affected by it.
But once they opened the door...
Isn't this great? These people are real. Is this real?
The experiment turned on them.
You think one of them units crawled up the extension cord and killed its maker?
And why didn't they kill you?
That was made evident in these films is that virtual reality was used as an escape and that augmented reality was created by a man with a sinister agenda. Your friends at Silicon Valley has been working endlessly to morph the virtual world with your reality seamlessly, so much so that it's very difficult to detect. But what is the end goal, you may ask? The end goal is to morph you with not only virtual reality. Devices like Apple Watches, Fitbit are making it even easier for you to be accustomed to your devices being a part of you. Ray-Bans has come out with glasses that syncs your reality and what you see to Facebook, blurring lines. Even the jab that is designed to combat certain viruses has nanotechnology in it, allegedly used to help protect you from said virus. It's teamed up with scientists to replace those body parts with technology when a donor is not available, and they have been doing this for a long time now. Transhumanism is the ultimate goal of the powers that be, morphing you with not only virtual reality but with technology itself, creating a new species of people who are one with their devices. Many people are advocates for this way of life and follow the transhumanism ideology and are deeply submerged in that community, but that's for another video. Stay tuned for the second part of this docuseries on my channel. Subscribe and like the video.